First, I want to recognize Art 321. Arts 321 Casper Artist Guild. Art 321's primary mission is to nurture visual artists of all kinds while offering training and educational opportunities to anyone willing to learn more about the arts. As an inclusive organization, many of Art 321's gallery shows are open calls. Its workshops are hosted by local, regional, and nationally recognized artists, and these are open to members and non-members alike. So I invite you all to turn your attention to the screen to learn more about this wonderful organization.
One gentleman that was one of the first people that I met when I came onto this job was a big guy who rides a Harley motorcycle.
A guy cannot have too many motorcycles.
He remembered once he retired that he'd really enjoyed art classes that he had taken in high school.
I worked in a refinery for 41 years.
He came to Art 321 and started to attend Saturday morning watercolor groups.
So I had a lot of questions. What do I need to do? How do I get started? I mean, I had no paints, I had no paper, no brushes.
In a few short months, he entered a number of shows and won third place in the statewide Wyoming Watercolor Society show.
Art 321 is just like opened a door, and it's just fueled my passion for art.
Art 321 is the home of the Casper Artist Guild.
The Casper Artist Guild was mostly a small community of artists who met and supported and challenged each other. The group, I think, very, very wisely decided that something was needed to really up the game. The plan that was developed was to purchase this old Pacific Fruit warehouse building.
It looked like a warehouse when you walked in until it was redeveloped into Art 321.
We have consciously made this a very welcoming and flexible and accepting place.
A place where you can walk in and it's not pretentious at all.
It brings people who might normally think that they aren't artists, that they don't get art. It makes it more approachable to them.
It's just a place that you can come in and hang your hat and sit down and grab a brush or grab a pencil and just do some unique artwork.
And every Saturday they have free classes for anyone who's interested in watercolor.
We have fabric art,
Portraits,
jewelry.
figure drawing.
So we have a gift shop where you can sell your items,
This project initiated the downtown Thursday night art walks.
which is really a fabulous way to get people downtown.
More and more businesses have joined in, so we now have a big art walk map.
I think it speaks volumes to the kind of economic impact that it can have by bringing your community downtown.
The downtown is alive on those Thursday nights in ways that it probably hadn't been for years.
They have come up with a business model that has been driven by philanthropy but has been embraced by the entire community.
The arts can add a kind of vibrancy to a community. People know it when they see it.
It gives me great thrill to have something that I created be appreciated. I don't know what I would have done if Art 321 wasn't here.
The Casper Artist Guild at Art 321, winner of a 2017 Governor's Arts Award.
Thank you. I'm Carol Chapman. I'm president of the board of directors of the Casper Artist Guild, and I would like to have we have quite a few people here from the organization. I'd like to have all of those people who have been involved in this project please stand up. This has been a total team effort, and there have been so many people involved that we couldn't possibly name them all. So it's been a team effort, and it will continue to be. and we have built our new building, Art 321. We have done the renovation work, and it's turned out to be just a magical place for us. I'd like to kind of give you an idea of what it's like on a Saturday morning. I was there 2 weeks ago on a Saturday morning from 10 to 12, and we have a staff of 3. We have a very limited budget, and so we have a huge number of volunteers who give their time unselfishly. They volunteer for all types of things. Our staff is very loyal and go out of the way to add to the organization. And so on that Saturday morning, as I went in, there were 2 of our staff members on duty. And as you go in, there's a front information desk. We had a volunteer there. She answers the phone. She or he also welcomes visitors. If you buy something in our gift shop or on the gallery, that's the person who will take your money and get the package ready for you. So there was one volunteer doing that. Then if you go through the gallery out to the work area, there were 7 or 8 people gathered around for our Saturday morning watercolor sessions. And this, the way it works is that one week we will have a lesson, and then the next week it's a practice session. This happened to be a practice session, and if it's a lesson, there will be anywhere from 15 to 20 people show up, and we have an instructor who is often a volunteer who donates their time and expertise. So we had those people, the 7 or 8 plus the volunteer coordinator was there. They had started to work when our ceramics instructor came in, who is also a volunteer. She came in just to check her supplies and get ready for the afternoon. After she left when she was done, and then if you went back out to our front gallery area, there were 8 or 9 people plus one of our staff members hanging our shows for the month. We have 3 new shows each month so that a lot of people will have a chance to show and sell their work. And in February, one of our shows was for the pastel group that we have at Art 321, and that is led and coordinated by a volunteer. Then the second show was one that was called a new member show. Anyone who has been a member for less than 3 years was free to bring in up to 3 examples of their work and have it hung. One of the volunteers helping with that was a gentleman from England who paints wonderful acrylic paintings. They're large, very colorful. And when he was asked, well, why haven't you participated before? He said, well, I didn't think I was good enough. And he has now applied for his own show in 2019. Then up in front, we were getting, we had, I think, 3 volunteers and a staff member preparing our new sponsor wall. And I'm going to give our sales pitch like the poet did. If you would like to be included on that sponsor wall, please call Art 321 and they'll tell you how you can do it. But that wall has been, it's been hung, it looks great. That morning, our third employee came by with her husband just to see what was going on, see if there was anything she could help with. And we had 3 or 4 other people standing around giving their advice on how to hang things. The jewelry, one of our jewelry artists who has some of her items in the gift shop, because you can only sell your items in the gift shop if you are a member, she came in just to check on some of her jewelry. We had 2 or 3 people browsing in the gift shop. So there's a lot of activity going on. That was just one morning 2 hours. About noon, the director and one of our volunteers went to the work area where they started setting up for the multi-generational workshop that was going to be in the afternoon, and that was going to have 24 to 25 people in it. And it's a place where it feels good. It's warm, it's welcoming, it's alive. You can hear people talk, you can hear people laugh, you can see a huge variety of art, and you leave feeling good. It's a positive place that gives a good vibe. When we began that project, we took a huge risk. If it didn't work out, the Casper Artists Guild was going to be out of a home. So we knew that Art 321 had to survive, it had to be successful. We aren't the only group, however, that has taken a risk in the 94 years that the Casper Artists Guild has been around. Apparently, back in the mid-1950s, the group was getting a little restless, and they decided that they wanted to take a risk too. And so they decided to have nude models on Casper Mountain. They thought it would be nice to do plein air studies. They could do their painting, they could draw, and it would be in the natural setting. Oh, okay, thank you. And it has been said, although I don't know if it's true, but it has been said that Casper sold out of binoculars that summer. Thank you for this great award and honor.
We want to take a picture with you, Joe. Okay, all right.